Hello and welcome to Cognito Key. Today, we're going to step back in time into the lush, ancient world of a plant that's been on our planet for over 300 million years. I'm talking, of course, about the fern.
But have you ever stopped to really think about them? I mean, they're everywhere, right? But here's the puzzle. They don't have any flowers, they don't make any seeds, so how on earth do they make more ferns? It's a great little botanical mystery, isn't it?
Well, today, we're going to unlock that very secret together. We're diving deep into the fascinating and really complex life cycle that has allowed these ancient plants to thrive for hundreds of millions of years.
Okay, but before we get into their life story, we gotta get the basics down. So let's have a quick look at the Ferns toolkit. I mean, these are some of the oldest types of plants with stems and leaves, so you just know they've got some cool tricks. So you can pretty much break a fern down into three main parts. First, there's the rhizome. Think of it like a stem, but it usually grows underground, kind of anchoring the plant. Then you've got the fronds. Yep, those are the beautiful, intricate leaves we all recognize. But they do double duty. They make food, of course, but they also carry the secret to the next generation. And that secret is found in the sporangia, and this is where the real magic starts.
You should try this next time you see a fern. Just gently flip over one of the fronds. Do you see those neat little brown or orange dots? Those are called sori. And each one of those little spots is actually a whole cluster of tiny sacs just packed with spores. Now, it's really important to remember, these are not seeds. They are something much more ancient, and they are the very beginning of our story. Okay, so the secret to the fern's success is this incredible process called alternation of generations. It's like a life story told in two completely different parts, with two completely different looking plants.
So check this out. On one side, you have the sporophyte. This is the big leafy fern we all know, and it's diploid. That just means its cells have two sets of chromosomes, like us. Its mission? To produce spores. But then you have the gametophyte. This is a tiny, heart-shaped plant that you've probably never even noticed. It's haploid with only one set of chromosomes, and its job is to make sperm and eggs. Two completely different plants, all part of one amazing life cycle.
So how does this journey actually unfold? Well, it all begins when the fern releases its spores into the wind. If a spore is lucky enough to land somewhere nice and moist, it doesn't grow into a big fern. Instead, it sprouts into that tiny, heart-shaped gametophyte. This little plant develops both male and female parts, and this is where water becomes absolutely crucial. The male parts release sperm that literally need a film of water to swim over and fertilize the egg.
Once that fertilization happens, the new cell, called a zygote, starts to grow. It actually sprouts right out of the tiny gametophyte, growing into a young leafy fern, the sporophyte we all recognize. The little heart-shaped plant then just withers away. This new fern matures, develops its own fronds and rhizomes, and eventually produces its own sori, ready to release new spores and start the cycle all over again. But what happens if there isn't enough water? Do the ferns just give up?
Not at all. Ferns are way too clever for that. They have some amazing shortcuts up their sleeve, asexual methods for when that two-generation dance just isn't an option.
They have a few backup plans. Apogamy allows a new fern to develop without any fertilization at all. It's like a virgin birth in the plant world. Other methods are even more direct, like growing little baby ferns right on the tips of their leaves, or just sprouting new ferns from their underground stems.
Let's just look at one of these. Some ferns produce these tiny little plantlets directly on their fronds. As the frond gets heavy, it droops down to the soil. The baby fern then just puts down its own roots and becomes a brand new plant, an exact clone of its parent. How efficient is that?
This incredible adaptability. This is the real secret to their long-term survival. The ability to switch between strategies, from creating genetic variety to making fast clones, is what has made them such resilient inhabitants of our plant.
So the crucial point is this. Ferns have the best of both worlds. Their sexual cycle creates genetic diversity, allowing them to adapt to changing environments over millions of years. And their asexual methods allow them to quickly and efficiently take over a favorable area. This duality is their superpower.
So the answer to our mystery is that ferns don't need flowers or seeds because they have something far more ancient and flexible. The next time you see a fern, perhaps you'll look a little closer under its leaves, or scan the damp soil nearby for a glimpse of its tiny, hidden, heart-shaped secret.
Thank you so much for joining us on Cognito Key to unlock this ancient secret. If you enjoyed this journey, please do like, share, and subscribe for more explainers that explore the amazing world all around us. Until next time, stay curious.